In the heart of a bustling city, there was a small park that most people overlooked. In the center of the park stood an ancient magnolia tree, its branches spreading wide, offering shade and beauty to anyone who wandered close. For years, the tree had been a silent witness to countless stories of life, laughter, and sometimes love. But none was as beautiful as the story of Arian and Mira. Arian was an artist. He loved sketching the world around him and often came to the park for inspiration. He preferred the quiet corners, away from the noise of the city. One sunny afternoon, while sketching the magnolia tree, he noticed someone sitting beneath its shade. It was a girl, reading a book, her hair swaying gently in the breeze. Mira was a writer. She often came to the park to escape the chaos of her job and to find peace for her thoughts. That day, lost in the world of her novel, she didn't notice Arian glancing at her every few moments. Her calm presence intrigued him, and without realizing it, she became the subject of his sketch. When Mira finally looked up, her eyes met Arian's. Startled, she noticed the sketchbook in his hands. "Are you drawing me?" she asked, half amused, half curious. Caught off guard, Arian stammered, I was drawing the tree, but you just fit perfectly." Mira laughed. "That's an interesting way to compliment someone." Arian's cheeks flushed, but he smiled. "It's true. You look like you belong here, under this tree." From that moment, a connection sparked between them. Over the next few weeks, Arian and Mira found themselves meeting at the magnolia tree more often. Sometimes it was planned, other times it felt like fate. They would sit together, Arian sketching, Mira writing, and both sharing stories about their lives. Arian told her about his dream of holding an art exhibition one day. He showed her his sketches, each one more beautiful than the last. Mira was fascinated by how he saw the world, how he found beauty in the simplest things. In return, Mira shared her dream of publishing her novel, a story about love and loss. She read Arian snippets of her work, and he listened intently, offering encouragement and ideas. "You write like you are painting with words," Arian once told her. "And you draw like you are telling a story," Mira replied. Their bond deepened with every meeting. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Arian gathered the courage to ask Mira out. "Would you like to have dinner with me sometime?" he asked, his voice tinged with nervousness. Mira smiled. "I thought you'd never ask." They went to a cozy little cafe near the park. Over coffee and dessert, they talked about everything: books, art, dreams, fears. Arian found himself mesmerized by the way Mira's eyes lit up when she spoke about her passions. Mira, in turn, admired Arian's quiet determination and the way he saw beauty in everything. That night, as they walked back to the park, Arian stopped beneath the magnolia tree. "This place brought us together," he said. "It feels like magic." Mira nodded. "It does. Maybe it's fate." Without thinking, Arian reached for her hand. She didn't pull away. Instead, she looked up at him, her heart racing. In that moment, surrounded by the scent of magnolia blossoms, they shared their first kiss. As their relationship blossomed, Arian and Mira supported each other's dreams. Mira pushed Arian to submit his work to art galleries, and Arian encouraged Mira to finish her novel. They spent countless nights brainstorming ideas and critiquing each other's work. But life wasn't always easy. Arian faced rejection from galleries, and Mira struggled with writer's block. There were moments of frustration, self-doubt, and even tears. Yet, through it all, they leaned on each other. "Don't give up," Mira would say. "Your art deserves to be seen. And your words deserve to be read," Arian would reply. Their love became a source of strength, a reminder that they weren't alone in their struggles. One day, Arian received an email from a prestigious gallery. They wanted to showcase his work. Overwhelmed with joy, he immediately called Mira. "It's happening," he said, his voice trembling. "My first exhibition." Mira was equally thrilled. "I'm so proud of you," she said. "You've earned this." A few weeks later, at the opening of the exhibition, Arian dedicated his work to Mira. One of his sketches, titled "Beneath the Magnolia Tree," was a portrait of her sitting under the tree with her book. It became the centerpiece of the gallery, drawing admiration from everyone. Inspired by Arian's success, Mira finally found the ending for her novel. She poured her heart into the story, and within months, it was complete. When she sent it to publishers, she felt a mix of excitement and fear. But Arian reminded her, "Your story will touch hearts, just like you've touched mine." A year later, Mira's novel was published, and Arian's art career was thriving. They celebrated their successes, but more importantly, they celebrated their journey together. On the anniversary of their first meeting, Arian proposed to Mira beneath the magnolia tree. "I found my home in you," he said, holding her hands. "Will you spend forever with me?" Tears filled Mira's eyes as she nodded. "Yes, always." They were married in the park, with the magnolia tree as their witness. Life brought its challenges, but their love remained strong, rooted like the tree that had brought them together. Beneath its branches, they built a life filled with art, stories, and unwavering support for each other. Moral of the story: true love is not just about finding someone to share your life with, it's about finding someone who inspires you to grow, who supports your dreams, and who walks with you through every challenge. Like the magnolia tree, love that is nurtured with care and patience will stand tall and flourish, even in the face of life's storms.